don't know if there's a volume yet.
Yeah. Volume.
Let's see how that goes.
How's this? Anybody hear me? Do not hear me? Can't hear me, raise your hand.
I don't know if we have anybody on.
Yeah, but
Do you?
One participant.
Yeah.
This
Okay.
one.
All right.
okay. Good afternoon. This is the zoning enforcement hearing for November 30th, 2022. I'm Attorney Gary Overs, I'm the hearing officer today. To my right, representing the city of Norwalk, is Tammy Maldonado, who's the zoning enforcement officer. And to her right is Christine Hernandez, administrative assistant. So we have from the city. If I call your matter, you can phone in, take a seat at the table, however you want to communicate with me. Interested parties are also welcome to attend. The procedure is the city will present its findings. The homeowner will have an opportunity to be heard. I'll hear anybody else who's interested, and then we'll try to find a resolution. If you have any questions, bring them to my attention when your case is called. All right, what have we got here? Do we have anybody represented by council? I'll start there. Let's go and see. I mean, this plan doesn't seem.
Oh,
Good afternoon. My name is Lucas Thomas, and I represent Mr. and Mrs. Fino.
Can I have your address? The address.
Of the property? Yeah, the property itself is 34 Burritt Avenue, BURRITT, here in Norwalk 06854. This matter has been going on for a little bit of time, and last time was in front of you. One of the requirements was to. Yes, I'm sorry.
Let's get with the city.
Oh, okay. I
Put the case in front. Go
Yeah.
ahead.
okay.
and then we'll start.
Okay.
Mhm. I highlighted in red.
Thank you. Okay, we don't have any objection to notice today.
No,
Where's my?
Oh.
Thank you. Well, help me understand. No, I went to the last one. Last year.
Oh.
This document.
Gotcha. We can bring it up there, but I do have it. There we go.
So find notice and continue to November 16th. And spring files will be. Okay, so what's going on since the last hearing?
Okay, so it's to the, yep. Thank you, right there. So we notified the property owner of the rescheduled hearing date from the 16th to November 30th. Peter, next page. Constable or Marshal Peter Bondi.
We have notice.
yeah.
Yeah, okay,
no
we're all set.
Yeah.
Okay, so then, yeah. So we have communication here, which I'll just talk about briefly. This is just between
Yep.
Attorney Thomas and myself, just indicating what's going on with an attempt to, or a need for a new variance application because of a time limit and date.
Okay.
So we're in agreement that a new application for variance will be made.
That's correct. So on my side, briefly, at the last Zoom zoning board of appeals hearing meeting, one of the board members had asked for a structural engineer to do some stuff, and that took a while for me to get them and to get them to do it. I finally do have it, and there was a couple other meetings where one was a delay, and then we're coming up on that 65-day period. So what I ended up doing was withdrawing that application. I was in communication with the zoning office the whole time with the idea that once I get this, I will follow a new application. I have it ready here with all the maps and drawings and things. And I intend to file it next week, which is gonna get it on the January 19th. Thank you. I almost said 16th, January 19th hearing for the zoning board of appeals. And assuming it, it's in the process, then I think that's what we want.
Okay, so we have to continue this till after then. And when will they give you a decision?
Well, they have until 65 days from that January 19th date.
It could be that night. They
It could be, yes,
decide.
it could be. But so if you want to schedule this for the February, and in the event that it's been continued, I can come back or on Zoom and say, we're waiting for a decision.
The February meeting is tentative for the 8th.
We have nothing on so far. Is that enough time for you, February 8th?
Oh, I'm ready to go. Yeah, it's not,
And for me to,
yes,
there's nothing for me to do.
no.
I'm not gonna fine you for anything, you
Right.
have everything you can do.
No, so I'm February 8th hopefully it's done on the January meeting. If it's not, I will come here on February 8th and say, I was at the January meeting. The meeting was continued to the February, probably the 15th, 16th, whatever meeting. And I'll ask for a continuance from the February 8th citations officer hearing date that would be then March.
Whatever it is. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so you'll be in communication.
Yeah. And I have been, I just want to, yeah.
All right, that's fine.
Okay.
That's paperwork here. We did have a fine pending somewhere. Where are we?
Yes.
If we go to the,
There's $500, there's a $500 fine, okay. No, there's no further fines at this time.
that one right there.
Violation continues. Progress. Way. Continued. What was the date?
I think it was February
2/8.
Yeah.
23. Fine. Names. No further fines at this time. Time. And I have oral notice. Telling you that. I'm gonna get written.
8th. No, that's fine. Oh, yeah.
Okay. Anything else on this?
No, thank you. Excellent.
Hey, good job.
Thanks for
Thank you.
coming in.
Good to see everybody. I like the in-person thing.
Yeah. We've got the hybrid meeting.
Yes.
Oh, I'll prepare that.
Thank you, everyone.
All right, bye.
evening.
Try to stay dry.
This is yours.
Thank you.
Okay. Next, I see we have human being here.
We do.
Let's go with the human being next.
Is mine?
What address are you here for?
Sichiki.
For which one?
Luis. My name is Luis.
Oh, which address? What's the street
14
address?
version.
Barjun, okay.
We need a,
Somebody speaks Spanish here.
I don't have a Spanish speaker. Josh is out.
okay, so we're gonna have to continue this.
Okay. I'm sorry, we don't have a interpreter today.
Okay.
Have to continue this till we have a January hearing.
January 4th. I didn't clear that with you. Is January 4th?
What's your name? January 4th. Yeah, I can do that. Okay. We're gonna continue this to January 4th.
Wednesday?
It's a Wednesday. Send him a notice anyway.
I will.
Sorry.
That's okay. I understand, not too much.
But enough to
yeah,
know
I
to
need-
come back January 4th, okay? I'll
Okay.
send you something in the mail,
Thank you.
okay? All
Thank
right,
you.
thanks for coming in, sorry.
Thank you, bye.
Which address was that?
14 Bar June, I wasn't aware he needed an interpreter.
Guess I should write something.
Yes, let me give you. You need the old
Hello.
decision form,
Hello.
or you're good?
outside.
Come in,
Come in.
come in.
How are you?
Hello.
You can be the other one, I just want to make sure.
Afternoon.
Hello.
I'm sure we could come in.
Hello,
afterwards.
yes, no, come in.
Okay.
I'm living outside, so. Your boy goes to, like,
Are there other people waiting outside?
No, I don't think so. no.
Thanks.
There's a couple people on the bench down there, but I'm not sure if they're.
Yeah, I'm not sure if they're here for,
Let me go check.
Yeah.
You can sit over here. Just watch your step here, okay?
Hello.
Hello. Yeah, just watch your step. Okay, I think we have everybody.
Can you make sure I haven't written it?
Yes. Okay.
The attorney's here? Okay. No order then,
So
off Rand Street.
we do have 4 friends here. Yep. Except I already had. Yeah. Where's the previous decision? It's in red.
We continue to January 18th. Why are we here? Tell me what's going on.
Proceed. So we appeared, the city and the property owner appeared in Stanford Superior Court. The hearing was held. It was ultimately, the judge continued it. You know, we're kind of working on these 2 paths of enforcement. We're still proceeding with this avenue, and then as also pursuing the Superior Court Avenue. So this was to update you about what happened in the court.
Okay, so what happened in the court?
Essentially,
You explain first,
Yeah.
and then I explain first.
okay,
The same thing that is happening here, the judge wants to know the result. They want to something that will do the result. So 2 things we are doing. Avenue number 1, there is a land, small partial land between us and the neighbor in the back. And that's the one that the deck is going towards them. So the,
One second, which,
the
before,
neighbor,
I remember, yeah, I can.
is that, okay,
Maybe bring them
Okay.
You're you're hanging over.
yes, yes.
Just give us a second.
just gonna show you, we did go by, yesterday, of course, the
That one.
structure still remains. But there's been no further work with it.
Flip it, or should we all lay down?
I think, did you do it up there?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
all right,
The other one is better.
that's the one.
so that's the end of the driveway, garage with
okay,
the
yeah,
residential
gotcha.
unit on part top, and there's.
That's-
But the deck we're talking about is in the other side. This is in my property. There is a deck in the other side. Do you have pictures on that?
I don't, the deck, I mean, what he's
Yes.
saying is that the deck, the rear deck encroaches onto the neighboring property,
Right,
both, the
That
whole,
was- that
the
was
structure
most-
encroaches setbacks, but then there's a portion on the neighboring
Right,
property.
so we got two problems.
More than two, we've got
Okay,
height issues, we've got use issues.
okay,
so.
where are I with? Approvals? Tell me where
So,
we are.
okay, so what was explored at court, what kind of all the multitude of opportunities, so, you know. Is there potential to get a map amendment? Well, there's a potential, but it's still no attorney for that. Is there, what were the other things?
The other things was, change it to the commercial, which I don't know.
Well, that's
you
what I'm
guys-
talking about, yeah,
You guys, attorney Mark Sands is not, is a, what they call, is not zoning attorney. But I'm selling my house, the one in the Stanford,
Mm.
he's gonna do closing for me. I explained for him, this is the situation. He said he knows actually some lawyer is gonna give it to us, which is working with, Eileen to get it in the charge for 18 to bring paperwork. As you see, what Thanksgiving was, again, New Year is coming, but this gentleman is gonna, I don't know what's his name, but Eileen is gonna send it to you. guys.
Okay, when the judge, I think it was Judge Lee, can't remember his name.
Yes, Judge Lee.
He recommended an attorney, they had attempted to secure an attorney or hire an attorney, and it was
Whatever.
fruitless.
When was the hearing?
That was November 3rd.
Okay. Very good. Okay,
So,
doesn't sound like we got an attorney,
no,
and, where do you stand with getting an attorney?
Understand, as I explained, this is science, talking to
I heard
Eileen.
about Sykes,
Okay,
he's no
no
good.
problem. This is plan A, that we get, the attorney is gonna be there anyway for 18, that's for sure. Another plan, I was just in a graded union, that's the owner of the new graded union is the bank. They own the place in the back. As I was explaining, there is a piece of land between us. It's like a 10 feet. They don't use it, we don't use it. 1/3 is for us, 2/3 is for them. So just I came from them, I offered them some money to buy that place. And they're working on it to get a negotiation. If that negotiation goes through, so we're gonna be perfect with that decking. If not, we cut it there. I have a plan.
Let's see.
We're doing any
Yes, we do.
option, we're doing any option that is possible to start, to go forward. Don't wanna come here every month.
You don't,
And bother you guys, bother this one, bother that. This is. It's this corner, and backside, is the bedroom. Which is inside.
but is this plan to reconstruct? Is that what
No,
you
no,
mean?
no. This is the plan in chess, it's plan A. We don't do negotiation, they don't accept our offer, the bill doesn't go through, we cut that day. That is encroach,
okay,
you get it? So we bring it back to whatever the loss is.
This floor plan doesn't match what you've got out there.
This is the paperwork, for them, not match, this is from the top. This is inside, you've been here, you remember, when you come from here, that's the bathroom, that was the couch, and it's the steps is going up. And it's,
This is an L-shaped structure.
Look at
It's a rectangular structure. Oh, this is a proposal to enlarge it?
Not a larger one. This is exactly whatever is existing over there.
Okay,
You have.
that looks like it.
you
That does
have-
not.
Yeah, this is for inside, this is for out.
Okay.
But, I mean, she
Yeah.
has this.
But I thought you
No,
said you were
because it was
presenting a new
confused.
plan. So
The
you were saying a
plan-
plan to purchase a
plan-
portion of the neighbor's property, so, but you don't have that on survey.
Is actually, as I explained just 5 minutes ago, there is a piece of land.
We got it, we got it. He's waiting to see if they can buy it. No sense spending a lot of money
Mhm.
if they're not gonna sell it. if they're gonna be unreasonable.
Exactly. Exactly.
So
And-
that plan is underway. In the meantime, this is Plan B.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so now explain Plan B.
Explain plan B, the deck that is there, we cut it.
Okay,
So
where is
no-
that happening?
She has one plan on that. He did it some inside. Because if the plant become commercial, inside all has to be fiberglass, all has to be wired, then the code change. So from inside, because it's going to be close to the neighbor, all the plant has to be. This is for inside. The outside, it didn't even show here, but the deck is gonna go.
Right.
Priority block.
But this is labeled 2-car garage here, and the garage is underneath. It's underneath this. Here's the garage coming in here. Here's the footprint of the building. What is this?
This is the steps that goes up there.
This is storage and closet and foyer. So right now, what we're looking at, this would be the overhead door, this angle here. This would be, this
The
shows,
steps that goes up there.
but this is a closed structure. This is, I'm not sure what's happening here, but
This is,
You have a plan that we sent it you got originally.
yeah,
Am I
but
right?
not with the violation
Okay.
clause, so,
I think
but-
this picture. We're looking here at the garage door.
right.
That's the green wall.
Yes,
And that thing sticking out to the right, is that this?
yes. Yes, that's.
So that steps like. But that's encroaching,
Oh, no, not this.
no?
They don't have the picture. It's the other, because this deck is like a L. This is to my property, in the other side is the one that is for. They
I'll
don't
show
have a
you.
picture.
So. This rear
Oh, this is
is
the,
what?
this is the one
But-
that's go to the name.
So where's that coming off? You have to cut that off.
Exactly.
Where is it showing?
Oh, he didn't even show you. He showed me the inside.
Oh,
But you said just.
all right, so you're gonna cut that off if you can't get the property.
Yes,
Still wouldn't comply because it's in with the decks, the deck is on the neighbor's property, the exterior wall is in the setback.
we try to work with you guys as far as possible.
Yeah,
There is no way we're gonna get the ball listed over there, $200,000, as I said to the judge, I spent. There's no way your lawyer that you have complete the ball listed and not that house.
so,
Otherwise, you have to kill me to get the place. I mean, come on,
what the judge.
200,000 I spent over there. So just I try to work, and anytime I come here, just they go to the circle. I try to work with you.
Relax, but you started, this is your.
I know, I'm making a mistake, I'm
I
paying, you know how much up to today costing me my mistake,
understand.
because I
but
lost
that's
my
not-
son, that's what I did.
okay, I understand.
How many times I had to say apologize? I
You're
didn't
not-
kill
We're not
anybody.
looking for an apology. We have to do anything.
Exactly, that's what I'm
You
trying
don't
to
have to
do.
be polite, you don't have to apologize, we just gotta solve the problem.
Exactly,
Go ahead, where are you?
So, as the structure as standing has no way of,
Well, what's he's trying,
well, he withdrew his variance application. He, also discussed with the judge purchasing the portion we're talking about and then another portion because it's a rear and a side setback
Okay.
issue. I'd like to point out, we have an exhibit from Eileen who he referenced, and I would like to bring
Who's
attention to that.
Eileen is my office manager.
Okay.
What she told the judge was that she didn't work for him, that
She just-
he was,
Doesn't
and
matter.
she said, I'm a mediator, not a litigator.
Okay.
But she, if I could read that,
well, I can't. so-
would you like me to read it? All right, so it says,
And I'm
it's
like
dated
out there.
October
I can see that.
twenty-sixth, it says, Dear Tammy and John, thank you for your quick response to my request for file on 4 France Street. In reviewing the file, there is a comprehensive and clear history of advanced and timely notifications by your team. And it appears there is a history of confusion and non-responsiveness on behalf of the property owner. I would like to meet with you at your earliest convenience to set a plan of action needed to achieve resolution of this matter. Please let me know, blah, blah, blah. So, and we have met with Eileen. Director, myself, and Corporation Counsel met with Eileen, and she understood the path to resolution here is to, reconstruct the building to make it comply.
When you say reconstruct,
It-
tear down, what
It
is?
can, possibly portions could be maintained, that I don't know, that's what, I thought they were exploring that option, but maybe not.
What I'm hearing, he's looking at purchasing more property to bring himself into compliance, or he's chopping off where he's out of compliance, and you're saying that's not good enough.
Removing the deck would still, the exterior walls would still be within the setbacks, so that's the same kind of,
All right, so who's? How are you gonna solve the problem? Are you looking for a variance? What is it you're gonna try to do, since you know you're still gonna be non-compliant?
As I explained, I just came from the office for these people, they're not back, it's a bank, as
I
you
want
know.
you to understand,
Yeah.
you know where I'm coming from. I can't allow the violation. I can't cure the violation.
Absolutely.
I don't have an authority to say, well, that's okay.
I
I
understand,
understand the circumstances got you here and I forgive them. I can't do that.
absolutely,
So you have to get it fixed.
absolutely, that's
Alright.
why we go to every corner possible.
All right, I'm gonna give you some more time here. I know your neighbor's probably not too thrilled with this, but you got a big problem and you seem to be trying. You could be fined at this point.
This gentleman is a bank, he's not like a homeowner.
But there's other neighbors, I mean, even if they don't have standing, they don't like what they see.
Oh, yes, they said that for as long as the money is right, bank, the money is right, they're gonna sign it. It's a piece of land.
I know,
They
but
can,
we have to have progress.
Excellent, of course.
Okay, so I'm not gonna increase your fine today, it's already up to a lot of money. A $12,000 fine, I put a $6,000 contingent for today, which I'm not gonna assess because you're doing an awful lot to try and solve this. As far as your ability to solve it, that's not my call. But we're gonna continue this, I have to see what you're doing. Also, the holiday season's coming up, so let's wait till.
We have January 18, or what do you want to do after January 18?
Well,
So this
January,
way, we have the lawyer, we have everything.
yeah, I got January, it's too soon in January, you're not gonna be ready.
God bless.
So what's the February date?
February 8th.
We're gonna continue this to February 8th.
Thank you.
And I expect to have lawyers, whatever your game plan is, don't come in and tell me you don't have a lawyer.
Oh, no, this time, we have, you make this stuff?
No, I don't need that, you're gonna keep all this, you gotta work. City and with your people and anybody you
You
get,
can put this picture in just if you want, it draw the text, just you said, just tell them, we cut it. In case the plan A doesn't go through, we cut the text, so at least we don't encroach in the neighbor. That's the most important part, and that is big violation. And then, no, we go from there.
violation continues. Various. And. Resolved. Continued. Through the data set
February 8th.
2823.
8, sir,
February 8th, yes.
same hours, 3 hours, the same hour.
Yeah, Wednesdays at 3, yeah.
Contingent. Fine. Assessed. Continued. To next hearing. $12,000. Names. Oral notice, you're giving notice here, we're not sending you notice, you better be here.
Oh, definitely,
Something
definitely.
happens, contact the city.
The minute we hire a lawyer, I'm gonna add, the hair myself, I'm gonna tell you this is the month, and he's gonna continue with you guys.
Okay.
We understand each other language and we go forward. That's fair.
All right, keep working at it, let's see what you can do.
We all set?
Good luck, yes.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks for
Happy
coming
New
in.
Year, if I don't see you guys. Before New Year. Take care.
I'm keeping this up here. This is all your opinion.
Thank you. What address are you here for?
What's it called, Lexington?
Okay,
133, let's see.
Yeah.
Yes.
One of. 133, parentheses 130. Okay. No, I haven't been swearing in the witnesses.
Oh.
Swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth.
I swear.
What is your name, please?
Hugo Gonzalez.
Okay.
did you say Jose?
Hugo, Jose's my father.
Okay,
Do the progress. Okay, so what happened? Since the last time we did,
Uh,
no,
sorry. So we can,
It's your turn.
yeah, let's look at the photo.
We have noticed, so.
Yep, so we did, we'll have to rotate.
Oops.
Extending our heads.
There you go.
Okay, so staff went by on yesterday and documented, some things have been removed, but there's still remains commercial vehicles. And what looks like a boat now.
Something new showed up?
What was that?
Something new showed up?
Yeah, a boat now. If you go to the prior picture, behind that larger truck on the right, it looks like a boat.
Oh,
These pictures accurate, sir?
I could-
I haven't been by the property,
Okay,
so I'm just as surprised.
Okay.
Cause I was told that everything was cleared up by my father yesterday. Yeah, this is what I was told, sir. I have no reason to make anything up.
I understand, but meanwhile.
Yes, okay,
We have violations that have not been cured.
okay, so we got a quote.
What has to be cured here?
They all have to be removed. Only, you can only store, you can have one commercial vehicle in a residential zone, but it has to be under 1 ton.
Okay, if I'm correct, I might know whose pickup truck this is, the black one.
Okay.
That shouldn't be registered as a commercial vehicle. But
It's-
but nonetheless, I
it's
do
the
understand,
capacity.
nonetheless, I understand the boat is still a bigger issue. It's-
And there's
if it-
that other,
And then this is dump truck right here.
right,
Okay. Now, I'll get these removed, but it does look like we at least took, when I was here back in August, I know there was more machinery.
that's true.
There's a pile of gravel.
Right.
This is from
That's
August?
been removed, yep.
Okay, good.
Well, that was September, but
September, okay, yeah.
it wasn't there yesterday.
Yeah.
So there's progress made.
okay. I know my father, he hasn't collected all the keys. Cause previously, all these vehicles were from his buddies that have their own businesses. I'm assuming he didn't collect all the keys and someone parked the boat there. I'll make sure that gets done though, cause like I said, I wasn't aware of any of this, the
Yeah, You
boats.
seem quite surprised.
I was, cause I was told apparently the whole thing was cleared up, so. I'm gonna tell me that we gotta collect all the keys, we're gonna have to get a new lock. But that's, I really have nothing, I can tell you on the, just, I'm assuming that they just parked it out there and they didn't even tell them or anything.
Yeah.
Okay, so, I'll,
They might not even know they can't park there. What they've been told.
either they know and they don't care, or they just assume that they can just leave there for a day, while they figure, I don't know. They're not bad people, cause I mean, they're family of us, but
All right. get
But
to-
nonetheless, it doesn't help us out today in the present moment, so.
Based on the way you're handling this, I'm gonna continue it and not. We had a fine there, you had a contingent fine of $1,000. I'm gonna leave that, I'm not gonna assess it,
Thank you.
it's still sitting there for next time. Don't come in surprised, I mean, check it out before you walk in here,
Okay,
give me the form to fill out. What's in here?
I'm not sure. Thought it was-
Did I find anybody
It's
here
not in that
today?
picture.
No.
Sorry,
All right,
thank you,
so-
Christina.
All right. Violation continued. Continues. But due to circumstances. Contingent. Fine. Assist. Today. Remain. Contingent. Next hearing. Next hearing will be January 4th. Is that gonna get everything out of here by then?
yeah, that's more than time.
1/4/23. This is your notice here. You got. Not gonna get further notice.
Okay.
You have any questions?
No,
All right,
I'll-
so I'll see you in January. Have a happy new year.
okay, yeah, thank you for your time,
Thanks for coming.
I guess. Well, thanks,
Take care.
see you next
You
year.
too.
Okay, you can have that.
Thank you.
Okay. Okay. Still have people here.
Yes,
So what you get?
we have Southwind and we have Cassup.
Southwood's next on the list, so come on up, Southwood.
So. Yes. And
Okay, let's start with notice. And notice to be here today?
Yes,
Okay. And would you state your name for the record?
sure. Martin Lefkowitz.
Mr. Lefkowitz, raise your right hand. Swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
Of course.
Thank you. Put your hand down. Okay. So you will tell me why they dragged you here today.
So we, site inspection yesterday, indicated one remaining unregistered vehicle. Mr. Martin came in yesterday, afternoon, and we discussed options. A property may have one unregistered vehicle, but it has to be located behind the front setback and meet the side and rear setbacks as well. We brainstormed, and I believe Martin's decision is he's gonna get it removed off the property, but he's gotta make a trip to the motor vehicles to do that.
Okay. How much time do you need?
30 days or something.
Okay,
I mean, motor vehicles are a pain in the ass to get in the port.
we're on the record.
Huh.
So I'm gonna give you 60 days. I'll give you to February.
Okay,
So whatever happens around the holidays and with motor vehicle is, chance to deal with everything, but I expect to do one by that time, okay?
yeah, no problem. I've been meaning to get rid of it anyway.
Okay, so now you got an incentive.
I got a question for you along that same thing. By the, sort of by the front of the car, but not. But behind. If I want to put a fence, can I do that?
Fence To the side of the garage?
No, to the, if you look at the car.
Yeah.
Either where the back of the car is, or maybe a couple foot in front of it.
You can't place a fence in your driveway because that's leading to your zoning compliant parking space, which is that garage. Now, whether or not you use it, that's a, different
Oh, really?
matter, but yeah. Remember I showed you on that site plan or that
Yeah, yeah.
map that it's highly likely the front facade is right at the setback line. So
Okay, but what was saying, but I can't, it wouldn't be totally across, it would be like to the right side of the car. And leaving, space for passenger walk, like, let's say 3 feet.
So you know what, let's talk, maybe we'll meet and you'll show me, because I'm not sure what we're talking about. If we're talking about
Yeah.
running perpendicular to the structure or parallel with the structure.
Yeah.
Or, yeah, I think you go.
Like something like that.
No, you wouldn't be able to do that. You have to maintain
Hold on.
access.
Excuse
to
me, guys, before the people waiting. this is
Sorry,
not free.
yeah.
Just give me the February date.
February 8th.
Sorry about that.
No problem. Continuing this to February 8th, putting a contingent fine of $1,000. If it's not cured, you're gonna pay $1,000, so you might as well use it to get that resolved, okay? I'm giving you oral notice right now that you do at February 8th. If before that you've cured the problem, just contact Tammy. She'll come out and check it. You won't even have to come back.
Fantastic. Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome.
Thank you for coming in.
All right.
So your stuff. Afterwards, have a nice holiday.
Yes. You too. Bye-bye.
Bye. Take care.
I'll come by sometime to talk to you about that other fence thing.
Okay. Is that your,
Oh, yeah, thank you. Appreciate it.
bye-bye.
So, I have 10 Harris Street. Anybody here for 10 Harris Street? Okay,
No, this is because, yeah.
the suit.
I'm gonna pop in the hall, just make sure somebody else doesn't
Alright.
come in. Sorry for our tripping hazard here. Yeah, you'll have a seat right there. Those two.
Here's the picture,
For 10 hairs?
not a picture of the zoning people.
Oh, right here. That's just us.
Right, that's going on.
Yeah, that's the one.
Photo.
What do we do, change the date? We were supposed to come back.
We had to reschedule the 14th to the 30th.
Okay, but you have notice, you noted. Notice to be here today. State your name for the record.
Marcia Jordan.
Raise your hand. You swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
Yes.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Okay, let's see what we're doing.
So some progress has been made. They've removed the property owners had the tenant remove the nail salon. Staff did an inspection. The pictures show, we have several pictures of what was formerly a nail salon is now a bedroom. So this is an extension of one of the existing residential units where they had installed commercial nail salon. So we're all square with that. The secondary issue was that there are 5 residential units for a property that's only allowed 4.
How do we get it in there?
What's that?
How do you get a unit in?
That's some work behind the scenes.
Okay.
Um,
So I gotta get it down the floor.
yeah.
What have we done about that?
I'm sorry, I'm a little hearing,
Oh.
out of hearing.
Yes, what have you done about removing the fifth unit?
Well, what I did, I come over, I wanted to get a variance. And they said I had to go to the meeting first, to have this meeting before I can get any information on that.
Who told you that?
I was over here, I don't know the name of the place. But I wanted to get a variance, and they told me what to do.
So I think we were at this impasse last time. If you can just tell me to be quiet if you want me to stop, but so as a zoning enforcement officer, I'm staff with zoning board of appeals. And actually, you're already a non-conforming for family, and use variances aren't allowed. So, I mean, we can't stop you from applying, but the regulations specifically say you can't apply for a use variance. You could still apply. It, you know, I'm going to be frank, it's going to be unlikely to be granted. Specifically because my report to the board would say, per this regulation, you're not able to grant a use variance. That's where we'd be at on that. Okay? So I know it's sort of,
So how much time I gotta give the tenants to move?
well, you,
That could be the problem, because
Well-
we mentioned to her before,
you,
and like she only paid $800. And you said, where can I find an apartment for that amount? I have
Yeah.
no idea, so I don't know.
so the first step would be to seek the permits before, to bring plans for how you would restore, change the layout so that it's back
Yeah,
to
that is.
for, what was that? So this is, I'm not sure what we're looking at here. This is one of the units?
Yeah.
So, but
That's the unit that we got at the bottom.
yeah, we need plans that show, each floor and how you're going to, which unit you're going to eliminate to return to the 4 units. So
Well, it's gotta be the basement apartment. It's gotta be that apartment.
this is
So we
is
went to
number
the
5,
bottom, to the bottom.
the one to the right?
Yeah.
Okay, so. Oh, yeah, it's labeled 5. I see that now, sorry. So. You've got to incorporate it. You can only have 4 units. That's what it boils down to. But when you make
I mean,
application,
you got 4 units, we don't have 5 units. It's a legal 4 family. That's what they're saying.
it's a non-conforming 4 family. You can have 4 units. You can't have 5. So you'd need to obtain zoning and building permits, and we'd need full plans to show how that would be done. Look at the construction you would do to remove that unit or incorporate it into the other. I'm not sure how it was originally set up. Looks like so you have 1 unit on the bottom. How is that? So then maybe you could eliminate one of those I'm not sure what would be the sort of
We
least
can eliminate
painful.
the floor, they have to be,
Yeah,
we
to the bottom.
eliminate practically. The room won't be there, only what we have to remove the kitchen and the bathroom. But that place had been since they built the place, because
Wow.
from the guy.
That's not what our history shows
Yeah,
on
but
that.
20 years ago, when we bought the property, that was rented. And the fire marshal, Elaine, and all of them, they passed that apartment. That's what I don't understand.
Our,
How did they pass it? Like when I was younger, then we got older now, and then got a.
I can only go by
Just one
what the
bedroom.
records show. So
Yeah.
the records show 4 units. So
Yeah, but
that's consistent with 29.
Okay, here's your situation. You're in violation. You gotta cure it.
Yeah, I can understand that, what we gotta do, but I don't understand why it was so long.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, yes, it does. It make a big difference.
In what way?
I'm at the point now, I'm 81 years old. I can't do what I used to do carpentry work. If it back in that time, I could have do whatever I had to do. But now I can't do it.
That doesn't.
I don't,
I
you,
can't,
yeah,
I can't then say, oh, well, then you can keep doing it.
yeah.
I can't do that. You gotta come up with a plan to get rid of the 5th unit.
But the only problem is, if I can't use that unit, I got to find some place how me to do it. for the tenant to find a place to live.
You don't have to find a tenant a place to live, you can evict the tenant.
Yeah, I don't,
You don't want to, but that's not your, you got a bigger problem than the tenant finding a place. to
well, I
live.
can easily close the place up, but the tenant gotta find something that they'll be able to pay. That's the problem.
not your
It's not my problem, but
I understand.
I just had a little feeling for the tenant that's
You've
been there so
gotten away with a
long.
very low rent for a long time, and you've gotten away with collecting that rent for a long time. But the end is here, we've got to move on. And once it comes to my attention, I've got to get the problem,
I can understand that, I can understand that.
so that's where we are. You may want to get some help. But you're gonna have to come back with a proposal, if you want to apply for a variance, whatever you want to do. But you have to come back showing me what you've done towards curing this problem. Okay,
So the only thing I can do now, just tell her she gotta move. I can always use the place for storage, I can, you know,
I'm not gonna have that discussion, you can discuss that, Tommy will happily meet with you. And work out.
well, what do I
Again,
have to do? What do I have to do?
I would
That's what we do.
suggest you have to. I'm not gonna give you advice, but Tommy will, but this isn't the forum for it. So you will meet with her and you will come back next time with your plan and whatever progress you've made towards it.
Oh,
Okay,
what- usually plans is what?
how are you gonna cure your problem? How are you gonna conform?
Oh, okay, in 4 families.
Got your four family. You got whatever it is that Tammy will explain to you where you're non-conforming and you're gonna come back and say, here's what we've worked out, here's how we're gonna get there.
Okay, like the only problem is, I say we, because the tenant is not here, we need a time for the lady move out. That's it.
I didn't say you can't have time. You come back saying you've got eviction started, you've got plans on what you're gonna do and how long it's gonna take. That's fine, and that's progress. I need
Okay.
you moving it along.
Okay.
Can't have you. I would suggest you have given notice to the tenant. Sometimes it takes a long time to get them out, and there's nothing you can do about it. But they're not going voluntarily, so you gotta get an eviction started. You may need an attorney. to do that.
Okay, when you say eviction, right now, we evict one guy. They go like 6 months to evict him. And we lost $12,000 because he didn't pay no rent for 8 months. The lawyer we pay him $2,400. The sheriff came today, we pay $1,100. So it's consumed time. You know, if we
I'm not
evict the
saying- I
lady.
didn't say you can't have time. I just said, come back and tell me what you've
Okay,
accomplished.
we're gonna do that.
And where you are, and I'll see if we're moving along in the right direction at a reasonable pace. That's what I'm trying to make sure you're doing.
Okay,
Mhm.
thank you so much.
Can't go away with it. Oh. Salon,
But you, excuse me, you said doesn't matter what we do, we can't have 5 families.
Correct, it's for family only.
Okay. But you see, well, like we say, right? We had the play, but now we had since, I know since the play was built, they built for family, but have been using for 5 family from the
Yeah.
play, from the person we bought it before.
Yeah, I think
What
he-
Well,
What I can't understand, why they went and put gas meters, 5 gas meters in the property?
so we went over the electric meters last time. There's 4
Yeah.
meters plus 1 labeled owner's meter. So the 5th meter is supposed to be the
Not
owner's
the
meter.
gas, she got her
Oh,
own gas.
yeah.
this is the forum. Gonna work together, get your questions answered. I can't answer the questions you're asking, Tom.
Yeah,
I'm sent asking them here. I'm not gonna fine you today because you did cure one of the violations. We're gonna continue this. I'm gonna give it to February because of the holidays and a lot of things you've gotta do. That's a long, I don't usually give that much continuance when no progress has been made. But I wanna see real progress. I don't wanna say cured, I just wanna see that you're working diligently towards solving the problem. I'll put a contingent fine. $1,000. Which, if you convince me you're working towards the project, I will not enforce. If not, it'll cost you 1,000 and I'll put a bigger contingent fine on it. Continuing to February, what's the date?
Eight.
I think I remember that by now. It's 2023. You're getting notice right now. You notice you have to be here on February 8th. Tommy will work with you between now and then to do whatever you can do. So we know that we're getting somewhere.
We can set up a meeting.
Whatever we have to do. That's what we do.
That's the spirit. Okay, so when do you have any other questions?
Not really, because,
Yeah,
yeah, well, we have a lot of questions, but we don't have no time.
Yeah,
to
we'll
talk
have,
to
we'll
you.
separate, yeah, give me a call or email me. Okay.
Okay,
Problems with tenants can be more than it was worth the money they paid. It's just being a landlord.
okay, thank you so much, I appreciate your help.
Thank you. You're welcome.
And I'm going to continue to pray to God and see if we have a good answer.
Thank you for coming in and just
Yeah.
reach out to me. We'll set something.
Yes, I will.
Right.
Thank you so much. Have a
Thank you.
good
Take care.
afternoon.
Okay. Which is that one of some?
That was 32 Cassup.
Whatever.
So then,
We have Marlin Drive and Paris Street.
so Marlon, I know about. Marlon is, she is actually ill, so she wasn't able to attend, but she has cleared her violation.
Let's check into it then. Let's see what, unless there was some fines pending.
Previous.
On setback was fine. Continue to 11/16 to remove the vehicle, so she's done that, it's not fine. Okay, great, so let's just dismiss it.
There's our photo evidence for showing that it's compliant.
It's nice. Okay, violation cured, case closed, no fines. That was simple.
Okay, and then finally, we have 10 Harris Street.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pop out once more and just
Sure.
make sure, last opportunity. We don't have anyone.
Okay.
We have got to start with the service information, the very first one. Here is the previous petition.
Wow, this has been, everybody's been cooperating.
It's the holiday
Yeah,
spirit.
where's all the fun?
So
So,
we gave the change of hearing notice, sent certified mail, and we used the constable service, so it was delivered out of Bode. I haven't had any communication from the homeowners. I do know that they did pull finally a building permit on November 17th. Just because we share the same permit software system, so I saw it in the system.
Okay, so they're doing it. I said finding notice. And I'm going to find that. Well, the permits, so let's see. Let's go on that. Okay. Building permit. Oh. Okay. Contingent. $1,000. Maintenance contingent. Continued. I'm gonna continue this to.
January 4th.
1/4/23 notice. I'm gonna be $47,000 fine. Could be that old.
That would be John's calculations, but I trust they're right. He goes back
Yeah.
to the original citation date, so,
But I say, I don't. Still, it's not.
right, it's a possible, yeah.
They don't usually start until they've had their first hearing in front of me, because,
Understood.
but that's still seems like a lot of money. Oh, it's almost a year, okay. So why are we still screwing around with these people?
Well. We did, so they made reluctant progress. So they finally they obtained the zoning permit, but then they stalled, and then now finally, without communicating with us, but they finally did pull the building permit. Now, the work's already been done, so they really just had to have the inspectors out right away. We could close this very quickly if they would just move
Okay.
forward.
All right. You say need notice, and that's. what we'll
Yeah.
do. So it's really done, so why should I get mad at them for doing that, just because they're not here? I think I gave you one.
Oh. Yeah,
I was
sorry.
made. This is you, all right, so. That solved the problem, apparently, so what else do we have to learn? All right, so that's. And Harris. You did everybody?
We did. We had
Wow,
8. Yeah.
that was fast.
It was, right?
That was really
We just-
fast.
Did our
Yeah.
meeting out bring us good luck?
I know.
That's really cool. We'll never get done that.
Do we normally ask if the attendees have questions or?
Are there attendees?
We did have one.
Just one.
Oh,
Roberta
we
Smith.
didn't miss the case.
No,
Okay.
just 2 minutes ago. She wrote,
Okay.
can anyone hear me or see me, Roberta Smith, but can't hear her or anything.
So it says answer live. Can we do that? I could say,
She should just be able to, but
yeah.
I don't know if she can. Still shows
Ask her if
her
she
being there.
called in. Can we tell if she called in?
Used to using this technology.
Yeah, I don't know that I'll ever be used to it.
You will.
Make it
Surprising,
Howard
you
as
then
well.
you wonder how
Yeah.
you ever lived without it.
This,
She's here.
can you hear us? You're
She's-
muted,
yeah.
Daniel. See, or
Roberta.
Roberta or Daniel.
Can you hear me now? Can I?
Yourself, sorry. What did you say?
Can you see me or hear me?
We hear you, yes.
Oh, well, nobody told me. I mean, it was pretty complicated getting on this time. So I don't know. I mean, all you gotta go through to get on. I thought someone would just send me a link to my email. That's how I do other ones. You send me a link and all I gotta do is click it.
What item are you here about, Miss Smith?
7 Nob Hill Road.
Okay, John Hayducky had communicated with you that 7 Nob Hill had been continued to the next meeting. So your item was not on today's agenda.
No, I didn't know that. I didn't know that. Did he email me to tell me that?
That's what he said he did, yes.
Okay, no, I didn't know that.
Okay, I apologize for the confusion. So you're now scheduled for the January 4th citation hearing.
January 4th. Okay, I don't get it, but I'll guess I'll talk to him and find out why. Okay, thank you.
Sounds good. Thank you. Sorry
All
for
right.
the confusion. All right. Have a
All
good
right.
evening.
Is that it? We're,
That was it. We just had the one.
okay.
Okay, so do we officially end it? I forget how
Yes,
we did.
I
Okay.
forget to.
Yeah.
This meeting is over. I have a better way to say that, but.
Yeah.